I don't want to do much editing on this video. It's gonna be as raw as possible. I'm just gonna trim off the first few seconds because tomorrow, February 4th, Saturday, February 4th, 2023, Fedor Emilienenko, that is his final fight. Now, if you watched my Mirko Crow Cop reaction video, Mirko's one of my favorite MMA fighters of all time. Actually, my second favorite behind Lyoto Machida. So go watch that video. Did that a few months ago. And in that video, I mentioned my top 5 favorite mixed martial artists of all time. And Fedor is one of them. He is one of them. The Last Emperor is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time in the world of mixed martial arts. A lot of things are subjective when you talk about people's greatness and things of that nature, but there's a certain level where a lot of people understand that someone's great in their sport, in their field. For example, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Tim Duncan, Hakeem the Dream, Shaquille O'Neal, many other people. I'm just listing off names at the top of my head. People understand that those basketball players are objectively great. At least universally speaking, people believe that they are objectively great basketball players. In the world of baseball, Sandy Koufax, Jackie Robinson, Johnny Bench. I'll use more recent people, just Buster Posey, Yadier Molina, who else? Why am I missing so many baseball names? Nolan Ryan. Obviously, there's a lot more baseball players out there that are objectively great, but those people have been considered objectively great in the world of baseball. You go into the world of mixed martial arts, Fedor Emelianenko, Cain Velasquez, Daniel Cormier, John Jones, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Chuck Liddell. Obviously there's a lot more, like I mentioned before, but those people were great in the world of mixed martial arts. Obviously there's a lot more, but I'm just listing some examples. I've been reading a lot of stuff on the internet, on social media, talking about how Fedor's not even top 5 in the heavyweight division of mixed martial arts, which is baffling in my opinion. Because I grew up on Pride. I was lucky enough to grow up on Pride. And yeah, half of his fights were shit shows. They were against obnoxiously bigger people than himself. And to be fair, Fedor is a smaller heavyweight mixed martial artist. He never clocked above 245 from what I remember. So he's kind of like the Mike Tyson of mixed martial arts heavyweights. Because Mike Tyson was never like a gigantic heavyweight. He was shorter, smaller, weighed less, and he was still killer. In the world of boxing, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. Objectively, and even nowadays, Canelo. Objectively, they're great fighters. So for people to say that Fyodor Emelianenko is not a great MMA fighter is, at least just in my mind, it's so annoying to hear. But neither here nor there. Tomorrow is his final fight. He's going to fight Ryan Bader again for the Bellator World Heavyweight Championship. As a proud Pride FC fan, always will be for life. Yeah, these are not Pride gloves, but they're pretty damn similar. Maybe a lighter blue would have been better, but if Fedor could pull this off, for the Pride fan base that is still prevalent today, albeit it's kind of like in the world of wrestling where there's like WCW fans and ECW fans who are true fans of WCW and ECW. If he could pull this out for the Pride fan base, that would be amazing. I hope he wins. Fedor Emilienenko is undoubtedly one of the greatest mixed martial art heavyweights of all time. Objectively he is. I don't really know anyone who understood Pride and what Fedor Emelianenko did. Those people will tell you too that Fedor Emelianenko is one of the greatest mixed martial artists of all time. He was so ahead of his time. He was so well balanced. I mean, jack of all trades and master of a few of them. That's how crazy good he was. The man would make you tap out. He had knockout power with his right hand. He had pretty vicious body kicks. Amazing takedown defense. Great takedowns too. Obviously, he started with Sambo, so there you go. He was well rounded, and then later on, obviously, he started getting knocked out, choked out. Later on in his career, we wish we got him in the UFC. No disrespect to Brock, but I would have loved to see Fedor versus Brock, and in my opinion, I think Fedor would win just because of the skill set that Fedor brought to the table. Even nowadays, there's people nowadays in the world of heavyweight mixed martial arts that do not have the skills that Fedor had. He was just out of this world in terms of skill set, and I really, really want him to win tomorrow, as you can tell. So for Fedor Emelianenko, for Pride, get the win. Hopefully you win the fight. It'd be awesome if you win by knockout. I would love for him to go to round 2, just because I'm a little worried if he does rush in right away. He's been known for getting a bunch of first round knockouts like Mike Tyson. That's why I like comparing the two, because in their world, the way that they fight, not necessarily the exact movements, but how they get their knockouts, how they knock people out, it's very similar. And how they stack up in their own division, they're very similar. So for Pride, come on, Fedor, get the win.